Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Nina is a ballet dancer that desperately wants to be cast in the role of the Swan Queen. She is perfect as the timid and cold white swan, but her director doesn't think she can cut loose and embrace the chaos of the dual role. Faced with her own internal struggles and a new rival ballerina, Nina begins to slowly lose herself to the role as her life, mind, and body begin to unravel in Darren Aronofsky's dark psychological drama, Black Swan. Hello! Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 109, Black Swan. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
And I was able to make it through the entire intro this time around.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you pre-record it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, you mean...
You just heard me.
I thought you meant like the, where you like do the synopsis.
No.
Or, okay.
Yeah, I do multiple takes of that to find the best one. And
right.
I do that after, this is all, the dust has settled and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm talking about how just recently you were a guest host on my other show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it took me like 5 times to just get through the intro.
Well, you had to perfect it.
Well, I did, and then I just gave up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was like, no, you didn't. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You're talking, of course, about Trash Night or whatever.
Right, whatever I was trying to say. I did not say it. Folks, you'll hear it in about 6 weeks.
That's right. There's a little delay.
There's a little delay. Yeah.
You got some stuff in the can over there.
There's at least 4 episodes. No, wait.
Do the math. Carry the one. You need scrap paper.
There are 5 episodes in the can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't seen 5 in the can since I rented those Japanese pornos a few years ago. Hello. 5 in the can?
Right.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Uh-huh. Parts 1 or...
it was part 32. I've never seen the original.
Well, that's why you were so lost.
Yeah, I couldn't follow the plot. I was like, wait a minute. They're all fucking in the ass. I don't even know the motivation, the character history.
Yeah. How do you like that joke from like 40 years ago?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Well, that's all we do. We recycle.
That's true.
We're just trying to save the environment.
We're conscious.
We're going green with our comedy. Yeah, that was really fun, though. You should check it out, listeners.
Oh, eventually, at some point.
I mean, just check out League Night in general, right?
Well, thank you. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun show to do. Well, not that this isn't fun either.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And hey, if you've ever complained about how long this show is, that show's only 20 minutes.
Well, see, perfect.
Yeah.
And most people do complain about how long this is.
Yeah. Most being you and I.
Yeah. Yeah, especially me. I think if we could just cut down the first segment to like 8 minutes and the second segment to
4?
About 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just long enough to pick the next...
exactly. We just come back, we pick it.
Okay, well then, let's do it. Black Swan. It was okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. We'll take a break.
All right. No.
And pick up segment 2. 5, 4,
Drop the music
3,
track.
2, 1. You're supposed to cue in the next segment.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
All right, I'm going to pick a comic book.
All right.
The end.
Is it Fantastic Four at the end? Or wasn't that a miniseries? Fantastic Four at the end?
Yeah, there was a bunch of miniseries there. The Hulk the end was just a one-shot.
That was a really good one, too.
Yes, it was.
The Peter David,
Dale
Keown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
Yes, it was. I haven't read any of the others.
Me neither. Me neither. Yeah.
Not even the one that Stan Lee wrote?
didn't know that he did one.
Yeah, he did one. I think Alan Davis drew it.
No.
Or maybe Alan Davis did a separate one.
That was the Fantastic Four one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Wait. There were two Fantastic Four the Ends.
Really?
One that Stan Lee did, and then one that Alan Davis did.
That seems unnecessary.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're someone at Marvel, are you going to say no if Stan Lee wants to do something?
Well,
Even though it's probably not going to be good.
right.
Because he is now the hacky, talentless, doddering old man.
But he's got the history. He's got the
Right.
leg. He did the legwork.
Yeah, but 40 years ago. Yeah, there's a time to cut loose some senile old man.
Oh man.
Let him go make his Stripperella and his
Soldier Zero.
Yeah, generic superheroes over at Boom.
I still really do respect Stan Lee. I do like him. Like, I don't think he's written anything like good lately, like in the last 50 years.
I would,
45.
I was going to say that Jack Kirby would probably argue with you that he'd never written anything good.
No. But yeah, I'm not interested in his like Boom Studio stuff. But
well, it's basically the exact same as his Stan Lee reimagines the DC universe, or Ravage 2099.
Ravage was awesome.
Or his line of cartoons that he did with Hugh Hefner.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
Stripella. Yeah.
Talking about doing something together. Stripperella was the first sort of inkling that Stan Lee had completely lost it.
I don't think he even writes the Boom Studio stuff, though. I think like
No,
Mark
yeah,
Waid.
other people do.
Yeah. But
So who knows? Maybe the quality of those is actually not bad, but the idea of it, I'm sure, is as generic as you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, a good writer could take a generic character and
Right.
I mean, that's what a lot of the Vertigo guys did. They take
Alan Moore
like
with
old
the Swamp Thing.
Even like Shade the Changing Man. I mean, I don't know the original.
The original's not that great. Steve Ditko. Yeah,
it's just weird. It's not good weird. It's just weird.
Right. And Peter Milligan turned it into a fantastic book.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic book. Most of it, anyway.
Yeah.
Some of it kind of wavered, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the most part.
I loved the Shade the Changing
Oh,
Man.
me too. In fact, if I could, I'd say let's read all 70 issues for the show.
The American Scream's probably only like 20 issues, right? We could probably do that. 25 maybe.
That was a very long storyline. Very long storyline.
I feel like we were actually talking about something minutes ago, but
Not really.
No, I don't remember.
Comedy and league nights and
That was
shortening the show. That was pretty much where all this came from.
Yeah. Okay. That was it. That was probably it.
But we could just jump right in and start talking about the movie we watched.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
That'd be crazy. It's so crazy it just might work.
Yeah, we've done it before because apparently we don't like each other enough to actually have a conversation again.
Well, we've been talking to each other.
Yeah,
We've been hanging out for hours.
in silence, watching a movie called Black Swan.
Black Swan.
Yes.
Natalie Portman.
Mila Kunis, Vincent Cassell, apparently Barbara Hershey. I think that's about it. Filmed by Darren Aronofsky.
Who you may know from other films.
Yeah, we've reviewed one of them.
Yeah. The Wrestler.
The Wrestler. Which kind of stems from my my opinion of this movie.
Yeah.
Is that this was way too much like The Wrestler.
There's some similarities, but there were some differences.
Oh, there's some major differences, but thematically, I think, and structure, story-wise, how it was set up and how basically the arc that it took.
Right.
I thought was very, very much like The Wrestler.
It was different enough because she's like building up to her success, whereas The Wrestler, like, it basically starts out when he's like in his decline.
Right.
So I mean, it's like a different approach to the.
I think, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think there was a point where he started to almost kind of an upswing on
right.
maybe not his career, but his life.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then he threw it all away. Spoiler if you haven't seen the rest, sorry.
Yeah.
But spoiler if you haven't seen Black Swan, because it just came out
Like 2 days ago.
Here it did, so I'm sure across the country it's been opening slowly.
Yeah, it takes them a while to get the film reels through the cornfield stuff.
Right. But yeah, I guess she's Natalie Portman is a ballerina with a lot of potential. She's vying for the lead role in Swan Lake, and basically it goes from there. And it's her struggling to get that role.
Yeah, to maintain whatever she needs, her drive, and composure, and
the director, played by Vincent Cassel, is trying to get her to, because she's she is what I would compare to nerdify this up.
Right, do it. It's the only way I'll understand.
Right. She her ballerina character is, to me, the ballerina equivalent of an Alex Ross is to comics.
The perfectionist.
Perfectionist, technically very good, but lifeless. And stiff. And terrible because of that.
Oh, man.
But technically, very good. Knows what they're doing.
You know, it's funny that you put in a nerdy comic book reference, because while we were sitting in the theater and they were talking about like how she's a perfectionist, but it was when Vince Cassel was actually yelling at her the first time about that in the studio, about how she needs to loosen up and show people, different things. I actually literally was like, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of like Chris Ware is the perfectionist, and he seems so like distraught over his work sometimes.
Right.
But at the same time, it is fucking perfect.
Right.
But then I was like, but he does show this other side too, because he puts out these sketchbooks and shows like his raw, crazy.
Yeah.
And I think,
which are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, your I think your comparison is so far more apt than mine, because there's no way I could ever defend Alex Ross.
I love Alex Ross. It's unnatural for me. I mean, it seems like I'm kind of glad I love him, because it's not some ironic love, like, oh, he's great.
Right.
I mean, like, I legitimately fucking love his artwork. But I usually come from a place, like, comic wise, where I like it
cartoony,
way more cartoony, way more rough around the edges. Like, like I don't care if they like, scratch out something and rewrite it, or like it goes off the panel, or like I like it more like a punk rock aesthetic for comics. Right. But I think he is awesome. Like, I totally dig what he's doing.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Right. Of course you do.
But I know where you're coming from, I guess, kind of. I think that you've just you've chosen a poor subject of admiration. There are far better perfectionist comic book artists than Alex Ross.
Well, it's weird, because I usually don't even like that whole thing. Like I mean, I look at I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, even like
Travis Charest.
I really like Travis Charest, actually.
Okay,
like even Adam Hughes and Frank Cho. Like, I really like them. Like, I think they're really good.
Right.
But I've never owned anything by them, and I don't expect that I ever will.
Right.
Is
that because you just don't fully 100% enjoy their art, or is it because of the stigma of them being girly artists?
No, yeah, not even that. I didn't think about that until you just mentioned it. Yeah, like, I really like Frank Cho's stuff a lot. Like probably like 10 times as much as I like Adam Hughes.
Right.
And I think Adam Hughes is really good.
Right.
But like that whole style, that just like really realistic and like kind of perfect looking.
Right.
Like, usually I don't like it unless there's something tweaked. Like, you know how Art Adams has like a kind of a cartoony like injection into his style, even though it's
I would say he is cartoony first.
And he's like got the cheesecake pinup,
right?
monster.
But it's all coming from the. I think it's definitely coming from the angle of him wanting to be, like maybe an animation, when he first started drawing.
Yeah,
like it's definitely a cartoony place that he's coming from.
Right.
Whereas, he does like the really fine rendering and the cross hatching and the detail, but that's just part of what makes him,
his huge flavor.
Right. And also, I would argue to say that while Adam Hughes and Frank Cho have a somewhat realistic style, I think both of them also come from a place of cartooning.
Especially Frank Cho. I mean, he's got like the monkey comic strips.
Right. And I think that they've just been able to take that cartoon look and add realism to it, which is where they're coming from. Whereas Alex Ross and even Travis Charest, I think, come from a place of like, this is what looks real,
right?
And this is what I'm going to draw to make it look real.
Yeah. Oh, and those guys are both amazing. Like, and I don't claim to quite understand my fascination with Alex Ross, but like literally every time like a Green Hornet or whatever cover comes out, I like when I'm sorting comics, I like pause and look at it for a second. I'm like, damn, that is amazing.
And then I just feel like seeing the pictures of his overweight 50-year-old friends
in spandex. Yeah. I do.
See, now I love Travis Charest, and I've said this a couple times recently that over the course of the summer, Adam Hughes ruined my life when he put out his art book that I bought.
The covers or whatever.
Yeah. If Travis Charest ever put out an art book, I'm probably just going to kill myself.
Well, I hope he doesn't. But he does have a graphic novel coming out next month.
Yeah, and I'll probably buy that, and I'll be depressed for a while after I read it. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
But if he ever just puts out like a thick-ass coffee table book of just his art...
Oh, man, that would be amazing.
It would be amazing, and I would love every second of it, and as soon as I got to the last page, I would probably just cut my throat.
Oh, jeez. Well, if it ever
on the paper.
If it ever comes out, I'll rip the last page out before you buy it.
Well, then that means I'm just going to kill myself a page earlier.
Damn. I'm speeding the process. Is that some sort of underlying subconscious hostility I have?
Could be. I've always suspected that you hate me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, clearly.
I mean,
clearly.
I say it every day.
Yeah. You wake up, you look in the mirror, you're like,
everybody.
Well, I figured you'd be like, everybody hates me, and then you go through the list.
Well, I go, everyone does hate me. I'm pretty much sure of that, but it only really hurts because you're one of my closest friends.
Aw.
And you hate me.
I take it back. I don't hate you anymore.
All right.
Yeah. I'm over it. I've transcended. Wow, this is like one of those Sunday religious power hours where somebody like slaps me in the forehead, and I can walk all of a sudden. It's a lot like that. Except for
and then during the break, we're going to handle snakes.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
So anyway, I don't know how this veered off so wildly, but
because we're involved.
Yeah, that's true.
Black Swan.
So Natalie Portman is like Chris Ware, which is again a much more apt comparison, I think. And I agree with you 100% because Chris Ware is awesome. He is a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And then but he is also able to tap into his
visceral.
Right, visceral, which is what Vincent Cassell is trying to get Natalie Portman to do.
Yeah. He was great, by the way.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
I've liked him in most everything I've seen him in, even if the movie has been terrible.
Like, what's an example? Because he looks familiar, but I can't place him.
He was in Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Okay.
He played the one-armed guy who turned out to have two arms. Spoiler.
Okay.
Remember?
Oh, man, it's been forever.
Yeah. He was the French guy.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He wasn't the Japanese guy?
No.
Okay. Was he the wolf?
No, he was not the wolf.
Okay, I know you're talking about that.
And the Japanese guy, also not Japanese.
Yeah. Was he?
He was a Native American who just happened to know Kung Fu.
Okay. Was he playing Japanese?
No.
Okay, so I'm just
being I think that actor is like half Japanese.
Okay, well then I'm like half racist.
Okay.
I'm not horribly racist, I'm just
yeah.
passively racist.
Right.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the main theme of this show.
Passively racist.
Passively racist.
Yeah. Welcome to Passively Racist Hour. Put on your hoods. Pull up a can of Coors Light.
Well, you can put on your hoods, but you can lift them over your head. You know, so you're just wearing the cone part.
Oh, yeah.
We're passively racist.
Yeah, passive. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see everybody's face while you're racist.
It seems a lot less,
Right.
dirty.
Yeah, exactly. A lot less scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Vincent Cassel, who's in that. He was in Irreversible.
Haven't seen that.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
There was a part in this movie, though, that made me think of Irreversible for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, well, he's in both of those movies. There's a scene where Natalie Portman is walking back home from the ballet studio, and she goes under this walkway that's covered.
Oh, yeah.
Like, covered with graffiti. And basically, the female character in Irreversible walks through a similar tunnel and then proceeds to get raped for 10 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
But just for a quick second, I was like, oh, Irreversible.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
You shouldn't. But Vincent Cassel, terrible movie. He's really good in it.
Oh, he's in the Irreversible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You said that.
that.
You said that. Who's Vincent Cassel? Isn't he like a football commentator or something?
It's Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell, yeah.
And he also was amazing in Brotherhood of the Wolf.
And are you sure that wasn't Ed Asner? They have the same voice.
He played the Japanese guy.
Oh man, he was only half Japanese. I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So I'm getting the vibe that you're kind of lukewarm on the Black Swan.
Kinda.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's a fine movie. But I don't know that I would recommend anyone to rush out to see it.
Right.
A lot of it was just that I think maybe I'm getting tired of Darren Aronofsky's gimmicks, like the little things that he does to make it his movie.
Right.
Like I really never ever need to see again a close up of somebody walking.
Like the back of their head for 2
Back
minutes.
of the head or the front of their head.
Yeah.
The camera strapped to them somehow.
The
I
back
never
of
need to see that.
the back of the head thing did. It was like I was like, oh, this is Randy Ram walking up to his mobile home or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of. He's got his staples down, but I mean
Right.
I think a lot of filmmakers do that. Like once they find what works for their style, like I think even like Alfred Hitchcock and Wes Anderson. I mean like. They're amazing, both of them, but they like found something that works for them. And they just kind of like repeatedly do it.
Right.
Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
It could be, but and maybe it's just it's been a while since I've seen a Wes Anderson or a Hitchcock movie, but it doesn't seem like they have that thing that is so blatantly obvious a thing that they do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their style is maybe. Well, I wouldn't say Wes Anderson's subtle in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not as gratuitous somehow.
Right.
It's more just like it feels like you've strapped yourself into Wes Anderson's world.
Right.
And like instead of like just like certain like you said gimmicks or tricks that he does.
Yeah. But I think that's a thing that just bothered me from the get-go in this movie was it's him doing his thing again.
Right.
And it may also be because I recently rewatched Requiem for a Dream for the first time in 10 years.
Right.
And
Which you can see.
you can read my review of that on nostalgia=distortion.blogspot.com.
Which is an awesome site.
It is a very good site, and I've got another review that I want to be writing probably within the next week. Hopefully
Right.
before or shortly after Christmas. I'll have one up. But thank you again, Brian John Mitchell, for allowing us to fart all over your site.
Yeah, that's what we do.
So yeah, it really kind of took away some of the luster and some of the sheen of Darren Aronofsky for me.
Right.
And like it's now like I can see through him a little bit. You know, it's like I really like for the longest time, Requiem for a Dream was like my number 2 favorite movie of all time, and I really did like The Wrestler, and I really like Pi.
Pi, right?
And I still have yet to see The Fountain, but I love the comic.
Yeah.
You know, so but it's sort of like rewatching Requiem, and maybe the hype for Black Swan kind of just all sort of combined into this.
I didn't hear any hype. Like, the only thing I heard was yesterday a guy at my work was like, "Yeah, I want to see that too," because I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go see that."
Right.
But I haven't heard anything about it at all, other than that it was out, basically.
Well, I'm a nerd. I read the internet, and it's hard to escape it.
Yeah.
Okay. Black Swan is nominated for every category ever in every award ceremony.
Oh, really?
Ever.
Is it?
Not really.
But,
okay. I'm exaggerating.
But it's getting good.
But it's getting a lot of buzz, and it's getting a lot of nominations for things, winning a lot of critics' awards.
That kind of surprises me, sort of.
But I think that, honestly, it's just a place of like, oh, it's Darren Aronofsky. He did The Wrestler. Yeah. We should probably give him
at least nominate him.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Or at least the promise of blowjobs.
I really liked it. I really did. I didn't love it, and like you said, I wouldn't tell everybody like this is the movie that you have to go see.
Right. Yeah.
Like, to me, it's no The Wrestler.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The Wrestler was a much better movie, and I think it got its messages across better than this movie.
But it kind of is like. It's a perfect yin-yang, though, like a companion movie. Like, if you wanted to... Because, I mean, it's so similar, like you said, in certain aspects. But, like, the Wrestler was, like, the almost tongue-in-cheek in times, where he's, like, dancing around the rat and the... I mean, like, it's fun. And this is, like, the more, like, creepier, serious, feminine version of that, maybe.
Yeah. This had its humorous moments, though. We went with we actually went to the theater. We took a field trip with
we got our parents' permission slips.
Right. The big part of the Gutter Trash family went.
Yeah,
Joe G of League Night fame and Kathleen Coyle of multiple guest Gutter Trash fame, and your lady friend. There was a part where she and I cracked the hell up over at least one thing.
Was it when you got your wish?
Yes.
Because when we watched Human Centipede,
yes,
you said that guy needs to be in every movie.
No, he is.
Yeah. Maybe that was your one wish in life, and you squandered it on that. Like, if you would have wished for like world peace or like millions of dollars that night. But no, you wanted a guy that makes an older man who makes rude gestures towards younger women in every movie. And now you're going to go watch, like, Cars 2 in 3D. And he's going to be there. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
Yeah. Creepy guy on the train.
Yep.
Creepy guy. Spoiler.
Yeah. It's not really a spoiler. But it's hilarious.
I think that movie definitely needed
a moment of levity.
Maybe even one more than it had.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty, like... And, like, a lot of the scenes are those creepy scenes where, like, there's no closure to the scene. Like, something weird happens or, like... And then you're just kind of left hanging and it, like, cuts abruptly to another scene. I noticed it a couple times. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of the specifics, but
well, then you're lying.
It seemed jarring to me, like, a couple times where, like, it was just like, creepy, and the scene would never mellow out or end. It would just, like, you would just be, like, uncomfortable, and it would cut to another scene that's already, like, progressing. It's not like a establishing shot or something. It's like people actually talking. And it was just, I don't know. I think it needed a couple more, like, funny parts to, like, give you a break.
Right.
Like her masturbation scene, that was funny. With her mom in the room.
Yeah, I don't really think that was funny.
Really? I thought that was funny.
No.
When because it was, she was like going to town and she looks over and her mom's in the room.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
I didn't really find that funny at all.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually literally found that funnier than the old man on the train.
Oh, there's nothing funnier than the old man on the train. Yeah, the masturbation scene, both masturbation scenes. First of all, let me just say, hottest non-porn masturbation in any movie ever by a female actress.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to have to argue with you.
Yeah.
But no, okay.
And also, hottest lesbian sex scene not in a porn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm trying to think. What was that, Wachowski Brothers movie?
Bound.
Bound. That was
Yeah.
pretty hot.
It was pretty hot, but I think this one topped it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though I do like Gina Gershon better than I like, and Jennifer Tilly better than I like either of these two actresses. Chick from That 70s Show and Queen Amidala.
Wow. You totally nerded that up.
That's what I do.
Yeah. She was in That 70s Show?
Mm-hmm.
Was that, that was her?
Yeah.
Wow. That was, Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recognize her. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, okay, it's hot. You give it that. It's got some hotness.
Those are my compliments.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that in a purposefully creepy way.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to be.
Right. It's not supposed to be.
No, but no, I did not think that the masturbation scenes were, or the first one at least, was not funny. I thought it was sad.
Really?
Because the whole point of it was, like, it was a homework assignment that she got from the director.
Right. To masturbate.
Right. To basically to loosen up. And it was basically just, I think, one of the small examples of every time that she made an attempt to actually break out of her shell and become a fully realized human being, her mother was there to crush it.
Right. Yeah. That's hilarious. No,
Which eventually just led to her, spoiler, total mental breakdown.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. But about like the reasoning behind it and everything.
Right.
But I thought it was funny. That was
I
funny.
did not think it was funny. It was just depressing.
I was just like, no, like that sort of thing.
It was a dough moment, but just in a bad way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they did a really good job with like Natalie Portman was very believable as like this stressed out meek kind of character who's striving for something huge, and her transformation was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I thought she was incredible in that movie.
Again, I'm not saying it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've said that at all.
No.
It is definitely my least favorite Aronofsky movie. It's better than Requiem for a Dream now, too.
Oh, wow.
Just because while it still had his gimmicks in it, it wasn't overtly gimmicky,
Right.
Like Requiem had a lot of the
Requiem.
close-up eyeball shots.
Oh, it was very in your face with the gimmicks,
This one was more subdued, and the little cinematography tricks and special effects, I think, all worked towards his goal with this movie, which I thought played off very well.
He does seem to, like, especially after Requiem, like a lot of his movies they have this like pared down kind of feel,
right?
Like very bare bones, like sets and like effects.
Right.
Well, not the fountain, but yeah. I mean, like this sort of had that very like realistic feel to it too.
Right. But at the same time, there were, especially towards the end, very special effects heavy, which I thought worked.
Yeah.
I thought they worked really well.
Yeah. Yeah. It took me like I'd say about. It really did take me like 20, 30 minutes to get into this movie. Like the first part of it, I was like,
it's very slow to begin and to lift off.
I mean, I couldn't tell if I was going to like it because I like slow stuff, but it wasn't. I mean, it was slow, but it wasn't because it was slow that I was having trouble.
Right,
like I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to get into this. But I think the last hour or so.
See, towards the middle, Even around the lesbian sex scene, I was kind of wondering, when's this movie going to end?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It was just like if I wasn't just going to disturb everybody, I just kept wanting to check my phone to see what time it was.
Right, right.
But I will say, like the climax of the movie and the big performance scene, I think that was really awesome. Made up for a lot of my problems with the movie.
Yeah, the last bit of the movie was really great. I had to pee like a motherfucker. I drank 2 glasses of water right before we went into the theater for some reason. And then, the last 30, 40 minutes of the movie, my bladder was, bursting. I think I seeped a little. But, as soon as I saw the words directed by Darren Aronofsky, I ran out of the theater.
And it caused me, Joe, and Kathleen to just start cracking up. Which must have been weird to the other people in the audience.
Because we were in the back row and they didn't see me. Yeah. They're like, the movie ended and those 3 people just started laughing. Well, it was weird too because when we were waiting to go into the theater, the previous showing was letting out.
Yeah.
And everybody that walked out was smiling.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this movie end funny?
They all just had to pee.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I was like, these people really had a good time watching this girl spiral out of control.
Yeah. Well, it kind of does have a happy ending.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
It's the happiest ending I've ever seen in a Darren Aronofsky movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, The Wrestler, and, even that movie sort of, I don't want to...
Just ends.
It does, but, I mean, it sort of has a similar last scene.
Yes, very similar.
But, even in physically what happens.
But, yeah.
But, I mean, that's much more ambiguous. The Wrestler, I mean, I could totally, I totally see that as, that was his last performance and he died.
Right, yeah.
But I could see people totally
think that he...
Yeah, he just was going at it. And, he's
this one is a little more definitive as to what actually happens.
Right.
I'm pretty safe in saying that.
Spoiler free,
yeah.
And we're not going to blow the ending.
No.
But
yeah, I mean, basically, I think once the movie begins to focus more on Natalie Portman's insanity,
right,
is where the movie really picks up for me. But it just really took a long time to get there.
And did you get, because I think this was, I talked a little bit to Kathleen about this on the way home. Do you think her theory was that the insanity was an inherited thing? Her mom was a little crazy?
Oh, her mom is super crazy.
Is that, so, what was the deal with all of the paintings that her mom was doing?
I don't know.
Was that her getting her insanity out?
Maybe.
Because she was, freaking out when the Natalie Portman sees her, spies her doing the painting.
Well, she wasn't really freaking out, though.
Wasn't she, crying while she was painting?
She was crying, but, yeah, she wasn't freaking
out. Yeah. But, I mean, she was, very emotionally involved in her work.
But the one painting she was working on is the first time we get a glimpse of Natalie Portman being nuts is her walking past that room when her mom's not in and the paintings start to move a little.
Their eyes, move a little bit or something.
Yeah. But that one painting that the eyes moved... later on when we see Natalie Portman run into that room to tear down all the paintings, spoiler, it's the one that her mom was working on while she was crying.
Okay.
And that painting now, had the eyes blacked out and just had, black streaks running down its face.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't notice it was the same one.
Yeah. So it was the one that had her picture stapled right next to
it. Okay.
Her portrait. Also, terrible artist.
I liked the art. I thought it was fun. Sure, I mean, she was no Alex Ross, but, who is? So, were those, a lot of those were of Natalie Portman's character, right?
Some of them were, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, weird, fantasy characters.
Right,
I don't quite, I'd like to see it again, or, I don't know, hear someone's take on the whole, mom, the history of the mom, and, and what was the deal with her.
Well, I think it's pretty much she was just a stage mom. She just wanted to live the life that she never had through
her daughter,
Natalie Portman, to the point where she was basically insane about it. You know, like it almost seems like Natalie Portman was forced into ballet because, you know, her mom was a failure.
Right.
And, you know, and so...
It's like those guys that go to the Little League games like, come on, sport! No,
right,
yeah. You gotta do it! That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But, I guess her mom was just a little nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was super nuts, too. But yeah.
And very overbearing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And it's weird because I don't know about you, but I almost kept wanting to root for Natalie Portman to just give in to her being completely crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, because it's like if she can finally just go nuts, then she's free. You know, she can be her own whole person, you know, for the first time in her life. Like, go crazy, Natalie Portman, do it!
Right.
You know, hook up with, Jean Reno and kill some people. Come on!
Yeah. Well, she let off a little steam there in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Went out and partied for the first time ever, probably.
Yeah. And,
much to her mom's dismay.
Right. But then, of course, she just went completely overboard with it. And, and basically thought she turned into a human swan.
Yeah. Spoiler.
It's not really. It's in the trailer.
Yeah. I really don't like the poster of that movie, like, now that I've seen the movie.
Right.
Because, it shows her in the Black Swan makeup, which you don't see till, the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Right.
I really think it would have been maybe they were trying to, be all, shocking or whatever, but I think it would have been a much better subtle, they would have went subtle and, just showed her, on the dance floor as a pretty ballerina. And maybe that wouldn't have drawn as many people in.
Probably not, yeah.
But I think that would have been, much more representative of...
Well, here's the thing about this movie, like the thing that's bothered me from the get-go, even before even seeing it, is that everyone's calling this a horror movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
Everyone is calling this a horror movie. In fact, I was on Twitter before I left home today to go see the movie, and a guy that I follow, the Horror Movie A Day guy, he's reviewing Black Swan today on his site.
Right.
Horror Movie A Day. It's not a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's
a psychological...
It's a psychological kind of drama. It's a psychological drama. And some fucked up shit happens that you might see in a horror movie. But it's not a horror movie. Yeah,
exactly.
It's The Wrestler with special effects.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. That is weird that they tried to bill it as a horror movie. Yeah. I've never seen it. Oh, maybe I did see one trailer for this movie, actually. But I couldn't remember if they showed any of the blood stuff in the trailer.
They show some of the stuff happening on her back, and pulling the feather from her skin.
Right.
And of course, her in the fully transformed. Well, not fully transformed, but at least with the
makeup,
the red eyes and the makeup. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we've kind of talked about it. I'm not saying I like it more now that I've talked about it, but I did really like it, and I think I'd like to see it again now that we've kind of talked about it, because there's certain things I'd like to see how that clears up a second time around.
Right.
So maybe I would recommend people seeing this a couple times.
I'd recommend it once on DVD. You don't need to rush out to see it.
I really don't think this is a necessity at the theater.
This is not a must-see. But it's good. Yeah, I mean, it is good. I just, found more flaws in it than I found, with some of his other films.
I think I like it just slightly more than you do, but yeah, I didn't think it was mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, I like the story, and I like, the acting was great.
Yeah, Natalie Portman was awesome in this movie.
Very good. Not so hot on Mila Kunis, but she was barely in it for being third billed actor.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, her mom's in it more than.
Which one's Mila Kunis?
The chick from this show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was good too.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I totally did not recognize her, and I used to watch that show.
That's I think another problem I had with this movie is that like the synopsis of it, or it's Natalie Portman versus her rival,
Right?
But that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
She becomes a rival for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
So they tried to, tried to like give it that spin.
Right.
Like it's a horror movie with, two girls going at it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm in.
Right. And that's another thing. Like, other than it being marketed as a horror movie, it was also marketed on the back of the lesbian scene.
Right. Yeah, that's horrible.
It's like, hey, this is a horror movie, and Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis are totally gonna fuck.
Well, that'll get the nerds in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be worth seeing at the theater just to support like something that's
Not
as,
Tron.
as different as this. Yeah, it's pretty different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, rent it on DVD.
Yeah. And honestly, I think, this seems to be playing more at art house theaters, so, that's,
It's good to support those theaters.
It is, yeah. It's good to support those theaters when they actually have something worth watching.
Yeah.
And I would say this was worth watching at the art house theater.
Yeah.
I don't think if this was playing at like the Showcase or the Green or whatever, I don't think I would.
Those fuckers don't need your money anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, it was playing at the Neon. Yeah, it was fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
I always like an excuse to go to Neon because
you can buy beer.
I can buy beer. I didn't buy any.
You didn't today,
but
you're drinking one now.
I'm drinking one now.
Your girlfriend bought the craziest looking coffee I've ever seen
It
in
had
my
like
life.
candy canes and like chutes and ladders hanging out of it. It was bizarre. She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Can you hold this while I go to the restroom?" I was like, "Sure." And I was standing there looking. I was looking down. I was like, "I've got like a fucking Halloween bag full, a coffee cup full of like a Halloween sack of candy in it." And I was like, "I'm gonna look like the foo-fooest dude in an art house theater," which is saying something.
Right.
Like, I don't even have a nice scarf, and I'm gonna out fag that guy.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Yeah.
Because there was at least 2 other guys in there. Yeah. Before coffee could have out-faggoted you. Yeah.
And I don't say fag in a derogatory term. To me, art fag is one thing, and it's and then the homosexual insult is another.
Right.
So correct me if you want, listener. That's fine.
Fuck those people.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I did show up at the theater before you guys, and I was just sitting around waiting, and this couple came in. A guy wearing a scarf.
Right.
Yeah. And he and his lady both sat down and both immediately just got on their phones.
Like texting or talking?
One was texting, one was talking.
Yeah.
It just
it's depressing.
Must be a wonderful relationship there.
Like they didn't say like, "Oh, pardon me, I gotta do this." Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, and going back a moment, I do wear a scarf.
Yeah.
But it's like some thrift store yarny scarf that looks like a 12-year-old would wear it.
Right.
Not in a hip way. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know.
I don't wear a scarf because I don't see a purpose.
I like my neck being warm. I've noticed too because like I walk my dog in the mornings.
Right.
One time this week I forgot my scarf. It was noticeably chillier without the scarf.
Right.
So I think they're a good item to have in this time of year.
Yeah. That's why I wear a coat.
You got a collar?
No. Well,
there's
there's a collar.
See, my coat doesn't keep my neck warm.
I need my neck warm.
Oh,
I need warm.
I need my neck warm.
I need my hands warm. I need my balls warm.
Yeah.
So movie theater experience wasn't a totally terrible one.
Yeah, everybody was pretty quiet.
For the most part, there was people talking throughout the whole movie, though.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear it.
They were whispering, but it was persistent.
I heard some during the trailers, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear a peep during the film.
Oh yeah, they were. Someone was talking. throughout the entire thing.
Wow.
But not to the point where it was annoying, but like when it was really quiet, I could hear it.
Yeah, okay.
Did have some rude assholes before the movie. Cut in front of me in line. Your lady friend was up getting her smorgasbord coffee.
Her Uncle Wiggly Frappuccino.
And there was a guy behind her, and I was behind that guy. And this couple had walked in, they bought their ticket, and then they walked up behind me to the concession stand. And then your girlfriend got her coffee, and she came to show me all the gumdrops and gingerbread men that were
the Twizzlers,
right, sleeping inside of it. And while she was doing that, apparently the people behind me took that opportunity to cut the fuck in front of me.
They're like, oh, that guy's just there to look at the coffee.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And so when the guy who was directly behind her left, the guy at the counter was like, I can help, who's next? And I just fucking jammed myself right in front of that cunt. And I said, I was here first. I want a popcorn.
Did you like give the eye contact to the lady?
Oh yeah.
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 Was she like, oh, sorry?
Like I just kind of walked in and I just looked at her and was like, I was here first.
She didn't say anything.
She just kind of backed off.
Yeah. Well, it is an art house crowd. They don't fight.
Yeah. Yeah, but they also don't follow the fucking rules.
That's because they're outcasts, man. They don't give a what about your system's rules.
And then when we were standing in line to wait to get into the theater, we were in front of the line. And like 50 old people just like cut in front of us.
Right. Yeah.
And I was talking to Joe, our friend, about how the other couple had cut in front of me at the concession stand. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, you just missed me yelling at those people because they cut in front of me. A lot like these people. And then I saw a woman just kind of look at us and then go to the end of the line.
Would you really fight the old people? If they
I'd yell at them.
Yeah. You don't.
Because fuck them.
You don't want to break their bones.
I hate old people.
Aw. But they've been around so long, they're just tired. Yeah. They're confused.
Then don't go out.
If they've got to, they got to keep it going.
Senility does not excuse them for getting the rules. A line is a line.
They just need reminded. I agree. They need reminded.
Is a line. We're trying to have a society here, folks.
Things are breaking down all around us. I'm not defending them.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying, they need a little reminder because they might not be maliciously cutting. They've confused things. They're like, I think I was here first. I don't know.
Yeah, they were not.
Yeah,
they were not even to buy the tickets.
Right.
I was there first.
Yeah.
I was there before anyone else.
Sorry, Joe.
Then of course, we left the theater. Walked outside to the fine smelling smells of downtown Dayton, Ohio.
Yep. Right across from the Greyhound station is the neon. So, yeah.
I don't think that was bus smell.
But it's the transients that travel on the bus.
Okay.
Or the beg for change from the transients that travel on the bus.
Right. Yeah, it smelled like a giant wet fart outside.
I actually contributed to the smell with the giant wet fart since we walked outside. Part of that, 13% of that could have been me.
Yeah, but the smell of outside was what I first noticed, and then you farted later.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just caught up in the action.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to be a part of Dayton. I want to contribute. I want to be remembered. I'm not going to invent the airplane, so I got to fart really wetly in public.
Which you did.
Yeah, it was a little wet.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I sharted on myself at work the other day? And this is the best part. I had an awesome day. Because, like, I walk outside to... Oh, I went to the bank. That's what it was. I get back, and, like, on the way back, I shart on myself. And I was like, oh, I can feel something more than gas escaping my asshole. And And so I walk into the Mavericks bathroom, and I was like, Jerry, I gotta hit the little boys' room as soon as I walk in. And I walk into the Mavericks bathroom, no toilet paper. So I used my hand, cleaned up a bit, and then I was like, I gotta go get some lunch after that. So I walk out to my car, try to start my car, and it won't start. And I was like, oh, this is just horrific. So I ate lunch and everything and finished up work. And then I went and tried to start my car again, and it wouldn't start. So I called Doogie to see if he'll give me a ride. And he drives all the way to Mavericks. And he's like, you want me to see if I can start your car? And I was like, yeah, if you want to try. So he walks over and he tries to start it and it won't start. And then he's like, he just puts it in neutral and then he just starts it. So all I had to do was put it in neutral, which is a new thing for my car. That's never happened before.
Right.
But
should probably get that looked at.
yeah, I should probably get that looked at.
And also the sharding thing.
Yeah.
You should probably get that
Well,
looked at too.
well, I had ate some like hot peanuts or something, and I'd walked all across the street to the bank and was on my way back. So my body was in motion and things were moving around in there.
It doesn't seem like a natural thing.
No,
Yeah.
I did go buy some toilet paper though,
well,
so we're
that's good.
stocked now.
Yeah.
Mavericks, in case that ever happens again.
Right. But, you should probably get your car looked at for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Especially since we're going to travel.
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah.
nice to not be stranded in the middle of Indiana.
Just remind me if it won't start. Put it in neutral.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, once we get to Chicago, I'm fine with us being stranded there because we know people.
Because that would be awesome.
Right. All of that too.
I would love to lose myself in Chicago.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break.
Sure, let's do that.
I mean, anything else about Swan to cover?
Nothing else I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to sum it up with I thought it was really good.
I thought it was fine.
It's worth seeing for sure.
It's a fine movie, just not, I don't think, as amazing as it seems to be being built up.
Plus, like you said, with the similarities, like maybe if the wrestler didn't exist, we'd be like, wow, that was way different and
Right.
original, and
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah, but the wrestler does exist, and I recommend that as well.
It's much better.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
See you.
Yeah.
She lays among the flowers and spreads them on the sheet.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Welcome back. Good break.
Yeah. We got some stretching done. I
Yeah.
walked around a while. No, it was like a 4-second break.
Right.
Yeah. You literally hit pause and you're like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yep." So this is like 5 seconds after whatever you heard before the song.
Right.
Well, we're time traveling because that song is like 4 minutes long.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, wow.
Well, we're ahead of time right now.
Wow. That's crazy.
Everybody bet on the Steelers for the Super Bowl.
Just saying.
Yeah. I don't even know if the Steelers are a team.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. They're the ones that wear black and yellow and they're from Pennsylvania. See? Look how much I know about sports. Oh. That's all just from working at Mavericks.
Right.
Rashad Mendenhall. He's a Steeler.
All right.
That's the only Steeler I know, actually.
Yeah.
Just because I sold one of his cards on eBay the other day.
What about, what was it, something Roethlisberger?
Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
I don't-
Is he a Steeler?
I don't think he is anymore.
But he was.
I think he was,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. See, I know something.
Maybe he still is.
Some time ago, I knew something.
See? Yeah. Was that from when you worked at Mavericks? Or?
No.
Okay.
That was from when he got arrested for something, I think, or raped a woman. Or
Oh, really?
Who knows?
Yeah, he's a football player. He's probably,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's raping somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure every football player has raped someone at some point in time. It's just whether they get caught or not.
Or killed a dog.
Or killed a dog.
Which
or
one?
a human being.
Or shot themselves in a club with their own gun. Because that's amazing.
Yes.
And true.
Yep.
I mean, like, not like a suicide attempt.
No, yeah. Like
just
like
a
shot in the
fucking
foot.
moronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I think he shot himself in the leg or something like that.
You don't have a cat, do you?
No.
I thought I just heard a cat. Like knocking stuff over in the other room.
You have been here for 2 years, once a week. You should know that I don't have a cat.
Well, I just heard a cat knock stuff over.
Not here.
Okay.
And also, I did not hear anything.
That's great. Well, I totally heard. You didn't hear that?
No.
I totally heard something fall over.
Something fell over, maybe. I got a lot of stuff perilously
Some teetering
stacked.
going on.
Yeah. I also have annoying neighbors. Maybe you heard that.
It sounded like it was like right in the other room.
Yeah, but you said that yesterday, too, about my neighbors
Yeah.
who were having a party upstairs.
I thought they were right outside your window.
Yeah, they were not.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got a problem with sense of sound direction.
Oh, I may be going deaf. It's possible. I'm actually going to the doctor Tuesday morning to figure out what's going on with my ears. They've been ringing for, like, literally, when, like, you go to a concert and it's loud and it's ringing when you go home, and then that's super loud and crazy. But then the next evening, you can hear a faint ring.
Right.
I've had that for about 8 weeks now.
Should
It is awesome.
you should. While you're at the doctor getting your ear checked, maybe you should tell them about the sharding too.
Yeah.
Just
do
saying.
you think they'd know?
Maybe they might be related.
I might even mention that starting a neutral thing, see if they know anything about cars.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. What can you do? He can't tack that on. I can be like, what? He's giving me car advice. He can't charge me for that. No, it's not been 8 weeks. It's been about 6 weeks, though.
I think it's been longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've went to the doctor twice already.
Yeah.
First time they gave me some nasal spray. The second time I went back, I was like, that didn't help. And he was like, he gave me like I swear he like raped my ears. Like they hurt like crazy after it was done. He was like sticking things in there to look really deep. And he's like, yeah, it looks fine. And then he was like, I don't know what it is. And then so he sent me to a specialist Tuesday.
Maybe you're going insane.
Ooh, it's true. My artwork does seem to like its eyes move sometimes.
Right.
Like that Tommy Wiseau I did for the OK Panic video. Yeah, I thought his eyes moved a little bit.
Yeah. Are you slowly turning into a quill pen?
Oh, that would be awesome. Like a dip. Like I could be Jim Woodring's giant dip pen. I think he was looking for one about 6 feet. I'm only 5'10", but maybe he'll make it a
lifts.
Yeah, I'll platforms and what. I'll spike my hair up David Bowie style or something, 80s. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Did he ever get that done?
I know he raised the money for it.
But he just went on vacation instead.
Probably.
He's bought some salvia and like a Doors live album.
Yeah. Speaking of people raising money for things, have you heard about the Tony Harris thing? There's apparently a website that has sprung into existence over the past year or two, in which I guess a lot of comic artists are using it. They're basically asking for donations to be able to put out their comics.
Okay.
Like the money that it would cost them to produce a comic.
So these are struggling artists. These aren't like professionals.
Some of them are not quite so struggling.
Yeah.
Like a Tony Harris.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was he like giving money or is he asking for money?
He's asking for, I believe, $60,000.
Okay.
To write and draw a 96-page graphic novel.
Seems like a little much.
Yeah. And, I mean, he kind of lays it out in, like, the production cost and, like, the time that it would take to do it. But, at the same time, you'd think that, he is one of the most well-respected comic book artists out there. I'm sure he's always got a cover gig somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't he just do this on his own time?
Yeah.
And not ask for $60,000 for people.
I mean, I don't know much about this. First I've heard of it, but
right.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
For him.
Right, yeah.
Because, I mean, he's got to be getting, like, every time those Starman omnibuses sell,
right,
he's got to be getting some scratch. The Obergeist trade paperback.
Right. It's I'm not sure how I think about it myself.
I might have to read up on that.
Yeah, I'm actually not even sure how I think about it for people who are not Tony Harris.
I mean, I love this. I don't know how you pronounce it. The Zarek Grant, I guess.
Right.
Like, I love that idea.
Right.
And like, if this is a similar thing,
it's not.
Okay.
It's basically people saying, "Hey, here's a comic I'm doing. Please give me money."
Okay. Yeah.
And then people can donate money to.
Huh.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me thinking that, back when I was doing comics, I mean, that was, we had to pay for it ourselves. We didn't ask for other people to pay for it.
Right.
I mean.
Maybe you know what I should do? I'm going to go on that website and I'm going to say, for $60, I will produce a 96-page graphic novel in a year. Whoever, the first person that gives me $60, and I will dedicate that book to them.
Right.
$60, people.
Look, I'll give you $60.
All right.
I can't afford that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That seems like an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
For somebody who's, in the biz.
Right. Because, it just seems like, I understand, somebody wanting to have a life outside of their job. And so maybe he just wants that money so that he can, not do the other work in order to do this. But, a lot of other comic artists have, especially if this work is so personal to him that he has to do this.
Right.
Why not just, just do it on his weekend.
Spare time.
Right, yeah.
Sell your fishing boat.
Right, yeah.
Quit the bowling league.
Right.
And just man up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you say what it was about or anything?
It's called Round Eye, I think. It's like a story that he's been kind of shopping around a little bit. I think there was even like a small preview thing that he did a while back.
Huh.
Just seems like a ninja's fighting things.
And this is a very personal story for him.
Right, yeah.
Huh, that's weird.
I cannot even remember what the name of the website is that does this. But
wow, I mean, I don't want to change my opinion on just, I respect you and your opinion, but
right.
I hate changing my opinion on something just based on what someone tells me.
You, right.
But, that makes me like him a little bit less.
Yeah.
It really does. Of course, so did Ex Machina. So,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was fine on Ex Machina. I just hated the ending of that book.
I never read it.
Yeah, it ended terribly.
Did
Brian K. Vaughan cannot end a book.
Did the towers finally fall?
No.
Yeah. Oh. You don't. Oh, okay. Whoa, holy can of worms. You don't like the way BKV ends the books that he does?
No.
I love.
Last Man was pretty terrible.
I like the Y.
Ex Machina was just as bad. It was the only two things I've read of him that
needed a big ending.
Had an ending. Yeah.
I liked Y. I thought that was good, start to finish.
Yeah. I thought both of those series were good start to towards the end, and then tapered off to disappointment.
How about the way he ended his Buffy run? What did you think of
that? Read that because why would I?
Yeah, you like a good story. You like Joss Whedon?
I do like Joss Whedon, but that doesn't mean I've ever wanted to watch a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Ever.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
I don't care.
I only read one issue of the comic
I don't even want to see
ever.
the fucking movie.
Oh, that is awesome. Pee Wee Herman, Luke Wilson,
Yeah, not Luke Wilson.
Jordan Scenario, oh, whatever his name is, I don't know. What was his name? Luke Perry?
Luke Perry.
Is that his name?
That's
Yeah, Luke Perry.
Luke
yeah.
Perry.
Yeah.
Not Luke Wilson or whatever the fuck you just
Yeah.
said.
And Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Rutger Hauer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a good movie.
Christy Swanson.
Would you veto?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
Because I would like to see that again. It's been.
Watch it on your own time.
Yeah.
I'm sure your girlfriend probably wants to see it.
No,
I
don't. No, she doesn't want to see that.
Okay. Well,
She likes the series.
that's fine. I don't want to see anything involving Buffy.
I think the last time I saw that movie, I'd never heard of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the show.
Yeah.
Like the movie was out, and I was like, that seems weird. I was like, it was fun. I liked it.
Okay.
No.
I never wanted to see it when it first came out, and I never wanted to see it when the TV show came out, and I never wanted to see the TV show, and I definitely don't want to read the comics.
Yeah, the comic I don't think you really get unless you've watched a bunch of the shows, because I'd seen a handful, and I read the first issue, and I was like, I don't know any of these characters other than Buffy and Willow and Giles, and that was about it.
I like the show Angel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like the comic.
Never read the comic. Never. Yeah.
I just don't like comics based on things. They're usually pretty awful. The art is always...
They try too much to make it look
Yeah.
like... Yeah, I agree with you on that. I hate that.
And then the stories are basically like, we really wish we were the TV show. Boy, do we wish we were the TV
Right.
show.
Unless,
We're not.
unless, like, I think Dave Dorman's the only person I've seen do something based on a live action thing and make it look like the characters and make it cool. Like I think was it Dave Dorman that did the Star Wars comics, like the Dark Empire?
Never read a Star Wars comic.
Really?
Well, I've read the Tag and Bake.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some really good Star Wars comics. Jim Woodring wrote some Star Wars comics.
Really?
How weird is that?
That is weird.
They were like all one shot Jabba the Hutt crime stories.
Of course they were. Of course they were.
Yeah. Like, I would love to see him do an Ewok comic that's just, like, all in Ewokese,
Right.
I could see that. Or, like, just silent Ewok comics.
Right.
I love Jim Woodring.
I like the Tag and Bake comics. They were
Yeah,
fun.
those were funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I just not much of a love for Star Wars. Not much of a love for comics based on movies or TV shows.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Always seem to be the worst of comics.
I'd like to see a Dexter comic. That might be good.
The Dexter webisodes.
Oh yeah,
that,
that's
like
right.
Kyle Baker did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Bill Sienkiewicz even did one. Not sure. I've never seen any of them.
I'd like to check that out.
But I don't like motion comics.
Oh yeah, their motion. Yeah.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan of most things, as we've learned.
This is basically what we've learned.
Yeah. I really wish we could talk about something that I would like.
Yeah.
I drank on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Got
Yeah.
drunk. Had a Christmas party.
See, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about things.
Not really, because the more I think about it, I was like, yeah, I didn't enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Like, I got drunk. That was the most enjoyment I got. So I got angry because they took away the mashed potatoes. I got angry because they took away the rest of the food.
It seems like
because that one guy was there. I went with my friend, and we had an argument right as she walked in the fucking door.
Oh,
and
man.
it was just a terrible ride there and a terrible ride back. And then I came home and I passed out.
Wow, that's a Christmas party.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, gosh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what else?
That's it. That's all I've got.
All right, well then I'll just pick a comic and let's get that out.
Oh, see, comic, that'd be something you like.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
Is this something you've read before?
Something I have owned for a very long time,
No.
but I don't think I've ever fully read,
Ooh.
beginning to end.
Oh, okay.
And when I say that this is something I've owned for a very long time, I'm going to say that I have owned this since probably the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, and have never read.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that is weird.
Yeah.
That's 20 years.
Yeah.
15, 20 years.
Yeah. And the comic is older than that. I would say this 89, 90, maybe?
Ooh.
Maybe 91, I'm sure.
Give me a hint. Give me the company and I'll guess it.
DC.
DC. Is it Vertigo?
No.
Okay. A DC comic. I'm gonna guess.
It's a miniseries.
It's a miniseries. Ooh,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna guess a miniseries. Oh man. Is it? Is it Invasion?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm out.
No, it's not a crossover.
Okay.
So it's about one character.
One character.
It was published anywhere between 89 and 91, I believe.
Is it Batman Grindel?
No.
That's not one character.
No.
Well, it's one DC character.
It's also a crossover.
Oh yeah. So it's not a crossover.
Not a crossover.
Okay.
Focus on one character.
Yeah, we've established that, I guess, twice now.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I'm bad at guessing. Is it a superhero? Ooh.
Hard to say.
Ooh. Is it Sebastian O?
No.
Okay.
It's a Vertigo book, and also later than...
Oh, that is Vertigo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was liking this game.
Oh, yeah? I'll give you one more hint.
Okay.
One more. Give me the initials.
Can't do that.
Okay.
You will guess... Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it the Man-Bat miniseries?
No.
That was a good guess, though.
That's a pretty good guess.
Does he have tentacles or armor?
No.
Does he carry a gun or have a mustache?
Yes.
Both? Is it
Yes.
Is it the question? No. He doesn't have either. No, he has a gun, right? He has a gun.
No, he doesn't have a gun.
Is it,
Maybe. He has a gun.
Oh, I'm gonna guess. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. No, he doesn't have a gun. It's a weapon, but not a gun. Okay. Damn it, a gun. Is it Hitman?
No.
Oh.
That was an ongoing series.
And he had no mustache.
And he had no mustache.
I'm so bad at this game. I was gonna guess Longbow Hunters, but thinking that that's not a
bow
gun.
and arrow is not a gun.
Yeah. I mean, it shoots.
Yeah,
That's
it does shoot.
Yeah.
And he does have a mustache.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that the book that I'm picking crossed over famously with Hitman once.
Really?
Yeah.
Justice League?
No.
I remember there was a Justice League Hitman.
Yeah, that was recent.
I know Batman was in like the first couple issues of Hitman.
Right.
I don't remember any other Hitman crossover.
Right.
Damn it, I'm so bad at this.
This is actually weird because a couple weeks ago I put out a call on the Facebook and the Twitter, and no one responded, at least not seriously. Which, fuck you guys, really? I know we like to joke and stuff, but sometimes I ask a serious question and I want a serious answer.
Right.
Assholes.
What did you ask?
Is there, like, a game we should play? Like, should we do, like, trivia? Like the...
Oh, like on the show, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
like the Doug Loves Movies podcast, they play the Leonard Maltin game, like a Would You Rather, or should we play something to make the show interesting, since it's not?
Yeah. Well, we play music.
That's not a game.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And, like, this guessing game could be fun if
there was, like, prizes and stuff.
Well, the prizes, that's what we're gonna read and review. The book is painted.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is it Nocturnal? No. Is it Psycho?
No.
Painted. Wow.
No, it's not painted. I'm sorry. The covers are painted by the same guy who did the interiors.
Okay.
And he's more famous for painting than
Really?
not.
Man.
There are two writers.
Two writers.
Yeah.
Is it Tom and Mary Beerbaum?
No. But you are dangerously close.
Really? So it's Giffen related? Oh my gosh. Lobo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it
the first one? First Lobo miniseries.
Wow.
Simon Bosley, Keith Giffen, Alan Grant.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't read that since I was like 15.
Yeah. I've never read it.
And I do have a copy.
You do?
Yeah.
Sweet. You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually have 2 copies of Lobo's Back because I was going through my comic collection the other day, and which is in no order.
Right.
Like, I group them by writer and artist sometimes, but I saw Lobo's Back in one box with my Bisley stuff, and I saw Lobo's Back in one box with my Giffen stuff.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I have 2 copies of Lobo's Back.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But this is not Lobo's Back.
This is the original.
This is the original.
No, I've got the original.
Okay. And how much do you want for that second set of Lobo's Back?
Really? You can have them. If I
Okay.
can find them.
All
If I can find them.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So this is just like the 4-issue original series. Yep. Okay. I'm down.
All right.
Fucking Lobo, man.
Fuck yeah.
Is this our first Giffen thing?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to go on record saying here, Giffen's in my top 5
Oh, I know.
comic artists,
I know.
writers, artists,
Yeah.
comic
Comic
dudes.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of that. I was rushing around trying to find some comic to read, because I usually try to take the break between us doing your comic and your movie to read the comic I'm going to pick,
Right.
so that I can just give it to you,
Yeah.
and, like, in case you don't own it.
I usually try, but I
Right,
seldom.
Well, I totally flaked out, and it's just been busy anyway. Could not figure out anything to read, and then, because everything was like, it's going to take too long to read, blah. And I just happened to be flipping through some books, and I saw the Lobo miniseries, and I was like, I've never read this.
Wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah. I've read issue 4.
That's weird.
Yeah. Back when that first came out, one of my friends was buying that, and he let me borrow that
issue 4. He's like, hey, the end of the story is awesome. Check it out. I thought maybe you got it in a grab bag. I remember when I was a kid, Maverick used to do grab bags.
Right.
I thought that was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Grab bags are awesome.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, it's fun. It's especially all the sports nerds that shop at Mavericks, because they are nerds. They don't want to be called nerds,
right.
but they know all the statistics. Yeah. They're fucking nerds.
Total fucking nerds.
They wear the jerseys. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I seldom wear a comic shirt. Oh,
Right.
I'm lying. I'm wearing one right now.
Right?
Yeah, it's a Nate Powell
Okay.
shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're nerds.
But yeah, that's the fun of their hobby, is opening up the packs, seeing what they get.
Yeah.
And I love the comic grab bag.
Yeah.
Jack hates it.
Really?
Hates the grab bag for
Really?
comics.
Huh.
Loves the sports cards. Kind of a
Why
dichotomy.
does he hate the comic grab bag?
He thinks it's like some sort of cheat somehow, like you're just pushing off crap on people.
Well, you are.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you could put stuff that's good.
Right,
and you can make the grab bags cheap, like $1.
Right.
I mean, that's not horrible. Put like 6 books from our quarter box in there, sell it for $1.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I would, I'd say go more books than that.
12 books.
Yeah.
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 For $1.
Yeah.
I would do that. Really? I'll put you one together.
Fuck yeah.
It'll be just you that can buy these.
Sweet.
And I'll put it together myself.
Nice.
I'll pick 12.
Nice. We're excited.
Yeah. Awesome.
I remember Bookery Fantasy used to have grab bags back in like the early 90s when the comic boom.
Oh yeah, the boom. I remember the boom.
Yeah, and of course you did. You were working on
Yeah. Oh, back in the 90s, yeah. No, I wasn't there in 1990, but every other 90 I was there.
You were there. Were you there for X-Men #1?
I was there for X-Men #1. I was there for Death of Superman. I was there for Spawn #1.
Yeah.
I was there for the 3 big 90s books.
Nice.
I was even there for Bloodshot #1, if you want to count that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and Turok #1.
Of course.
Someone was in Mavericks yesterday and asked how much their Turok comic was worth. They're like, "Oh, I've got this old Turok comic." I was like, "Oh, the
Gold
gold
key,
key painted cover." He's like, "Oh, it has like a foil cover." I was like, "That's a quarter comic." He thought that was worth some money.
Was it the foil or the chromium?
Ooh, oh, it was chromium. You're totally right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so Lobo. I'm down.
Yeah.
You down?
Fraggantastic, I'm down. That didn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Well, we got our Christmas special is going to come out after this.
Okay.
So,
Well, it'll be up before Christmas.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Sweet.
If everything works out, hopefully that will be up on Christmas Eve. This will be up at least a day before that.
Before we do the show?
Yeah. Well, no. Before the... Like, we're doing this now on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
This, if everything works out, may go up on Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
And then on Friday, we'll put up the Christmas special.
No, on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas
That's
Eve.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Well, in between, there'll be a league night.
Well, since we're probably recording this, or recording the holiday before this one will, really air or whatever.
Right. What?
Is there a recipe for like spiked eggnog? Because I would like to bring some spiked eggnog for a holiday special.
I don't know.
You just pour liquor in it.
I don't know. I've never drank eggnog.
Really? I've had it once. I didn't like it, but
I'm pretty sure I don't want to try eggnog.
Oh, really? Even for the holiday special? With
especially not homemade.
I'll pick some up at McDonald's, and I'll pick up the Old Dan
They
Tucker.
have eggnog at.
Really? At McDonald's?
Yeah.
I thought they always
I
did.
don't think so.
Well, it's even better. I'll go to the grocery and I'll get eggnog and Old Dan Tucker. Bring it over.
How about you just bring the Old Dan Tucker over?
Yeah.
And,
That's it?
We'll go from there.
Okay. All right. That sounds much more pleasant, actually.
All right. Yeah. So we'll folks, stay tuned, pay attention for the Christmas special. You didn't accidentally give away what we're doing for that, did you?
I don't know.
Because I really wanted that to be a surprise.
I probably did. Can you believe it?
Oh, I'll have to listen to this again.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
It's all right. At least it's only been within the past couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
A Christmas special of some kind.
A Christmas special of some kind by us is coming out, and we are doing something that will hopefully be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see you then. Take care. Drive safely.
And if you don't listen to the Christmas special, that's fine. Merry Christmas to you anyway.
No, you really should listen to the Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you should. But if you don't,
you should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you totally should.
Yeah. If you've listened to our Christmas specials in the past, this one will actually have a focus.
No. Don't tell them that.
As much focus as we can have.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully awesome.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
It's your Christmas present.
Oh, yeah.
From us to you.
It's your stocking stuffer.
Right.
Yeah.
You should listen to it. It's like if your grandma gave you a present and you didn't open it.
You like your grandma, don't you?
Right. We're your grandma. We are your internet grandma.
Yeah, that's us.
We are your internet podcasting grandma.
Don't forget about us.
Right.
We don't want to go to a home.
Don't put us in the home.
No.
We still got vitality. We got life.
This might be our last year.
Right. Spend it with us.
Yeah. See you Friday.
Yeah. All right. Night. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook. Or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.